Originally, it was a beautiful day at the Jersey Shore, and we're hoping the weather will cooperate with us. My name is Rena Levine Levy, and my father and uncle bought the original windmill in 1976. It opened in 1963, and currently my brother Stephen and I are co-owners. Last March, when the pandemic hit, it was a terrible time for all of us. We had absolutely no idea what was going to happen to us. We were lucky enough to be able to keep this location open. We had 2 other locations that we had to close. We were sustained by third-party delivery services, and I'm sure you all understand that that takes a big chunk of your profit. We immediately started looking for pools of money. The federal government talked about PPP, but the state of New Jersey stepped up to the plate early on, and we were lucky enough to get grants. Thank you, Governor Murphy, for several of our restaurants, and we are most appreciative of that. Without the aid that we got from the state of New Jersey and the PPP loans, we would not be here today. And many of you grew up at this location, and you know how important it is to the Jersey Shore and to so many of our customers and to the employees that stayed with us throughout the entire pandemic. I am so hopeful that what you're going to announce today, Governor, is going to continue to help us to stay open so we can continue to serve our customers and continue to employ the employees that have stayed so loyal to us throughout this time. Thank you again to you and to the state legislator for keeping small businesses in mind. It's very important. It's the backbone of our state. Without further ado, I want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank the heavens for staying up there with the rain until this is over. Governor Phil Murphy. You're welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's hear it for Rena Levine Levy and her family. The windmill is a Jersey icon. And I will just say 11 a.m. or 11:25 is not too early to have a hot dog from the windmill. So dive in, everybody. I'm honored to be joined by Senator Vin Gopal, as well as Assemblyman Roy Fryman, each of whom are sponsors of the bills that we're going to be signing today. I'm also honored to be joined by the Chief Executive Officer of the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, Tim Sullivan, Long Branch Mayor John Pallone. John, great to have you with us. Luis de la Hoz, representing the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and Indy Samra, representing the Punjabi Chamber of Commerce. So in just a couple of minutes, I'm going to have the distinct honor of signing a series of bills which, added together, will invest a total of $235 million in our state's small businesses and nonprofit organizations. Over the past year, through the great efforts of Tim and his team at the EDA and Vin and Roy and their colleagues in the legislature, and thanks to our congressional representatives to deliver much needed federal assistance, we have already put hundreds of millions of dollars to work to support our downtowns and our small businesses, and through them, our communities and countless residents. And Rena, we're thrilled to be here announcing this today and helping you out. Today only further deepens our commitment, a commitment that will now total more than $600 million. Whether they're just opening their doors or, like Windmill, have been a part of New Jersey's landscape for generations, our small businesses have always been the backbone, not just of the local economies in our state, but of our state's overall economy. More New Jerseyans work for small businesses than anywhere else. Their success drives our success. So real quickly, in the interest of weather, here's how all this breaks down. Through the actions today, $120 million to our smallest small businesses. Those are 5 or fewer employees, epitomized by mom and pop shops. $10 million to further support our child care providers so more folks can get back to work without worry, especially now that schools are ending summer vacations. $20 million for our dining establishments, which are such a part of our state's identity and culture. $50 million to help our nonprofit community, which has stood so tall this past year to help folks in need right in their backyards. $25 million to benefit startup small businesses and nonprofit organizations, the folks swinging the sign on the door to open for the very first time. and $10 million to continue the tremendous work of the EDA's incredible Sustain and Serve NJ program. Sustain and Serve has been critical to our efforts to combat food and nutrition insecurity across our state. On the one hand, bringing together nonprofits, and on the other hand, helping out local restaurants to provide meals for families in need. This has been the ultimate win-win-win. Restaurants cook up the great meals, families in need are fed. And just as public health drives economic health, we also know that a healthy economy is central to maintaining healthy families and communities. This is not abstract. These supports are critical to our closing this loop and ensuring that the benefits of a healthy economy continue to circulate throughout a community. I am incredibly grateful for the partnerships we've built through the all-hands approach we've taken over the past year in nearly every aspect of our pandemic response. Together, departments and authorities working alongside our legislative partners, we've seen to it that thousands of small businesses have been able to reopen their doors. And each day we get closer and closer to being able to declare victory over this virus. Over the past month, we've lifted nearly every restriction we had to put in place in our business communities to protect public health throughout the darkest days of the pandemic. Folks are getting back to work in the jobs they love, in the communities they love. Shoppers can now freely enter their favorite stores. Our restaurants are back to full capacity. Now, with these additional supports we're signing today, we'll be able to lift up these businesses and the communities they support even higher to ensure that the New Jersey that comes out of the pandemic is stronger, fairer, and more resilient than it has ever been. And again, Rena, I thank you, your family, your colleagues, and so many others like you up and down the state, but especially today here at Windmill. And with that, please help me welcome a great partner, a great legislator, a great senator, and a great friend, Senator Vin Gopal.
Thank you, Governor. We're going to try to beat the rain. Again, to the Windmill, which is just an incredible establishment here and across the Jersey Shore that plays so much. Thank you to the Governor. Thank you to the entire legislature, Senate President Sweeney, Speaker Coughlin, my running mates, Assembly Members Sotaling and Downey, and especially the Director of the EDA, Tim Sullivan. And I want to just echo on the Governor's point on the Sustain and Serve. That program, through Tim Sullivan's leadership in EDA, tens of thousands of meals have been gone out to black and brown communities throughout the shore in Asbury Park and Neptune and Red Bank, families that were having trouble because of the free and reduced lunch programs ending during the pandemic. They were at the height of it, and Tim Sullivan and EDA deserves a lot of credit for that. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for increasing that. It's an honor to be with you, each and every one. The small businesses here across the shore lift us up. Make sure that that we have the economy that we need. It's not the big businesses, it's the small mom and pops, and that's evident right here in the Windmill. You want me to bring Roy up? Yeah, 100%. Assemblyman Roy Fryman, great partner, great friend. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. When the pandemic first started, I reached out to the governor's office and spoke to the governor, spoke to Tim Sullivan, and I asked them, I said, look, we don't know where this is leading. But one of the lessons we learned from the Great Recession was we can't be measured with our response and our support. We have to go big. We have to be significant in our support. And that's exactly what they did. They stepped up, and you heard about the kind of support for our small businesses. I am the son of two small business owners. Both my parents had it. We know that people dream about success, and small business owners wake up every day and make it happen. We are doing what's necessary because recovery is not our goal. Recovery is really just the foundation. We want prosperity and we want growth. So the rain is starting. I'm going to turn it back to the governor so we can get to the business at hand.
God bless you, buddy. What's the indoor option here? Right here? We all going to fit under this? Or?
Governor, can I ask you a question?
John, no. Not yet, sir. John Pallone and Tim Sullivan, may I ask your blessings to come up and literally say 10 seconds? I'm going to stand under the tent. Mayor John Pallone.
I'm going to cut what I had to say short. I just want to thank you, Governor, for keeping us all safe, for everything you do in the business community here. Thank you. Tim, thank you. And Rena, I wanted to thank you and Steve for everything you do for our community. Really appreciate it.
Let's just move the whole table here, guys. Serena.
Second to reach.
So you stay right here. Everybody.
Done.